Hey y'all. Been recently moved to an apartment which I haven't lived in for a while. It was furnished and it had knives that came with it that were extremely dull. I mean, they had gouges in them really bad. So I headed to the Base Exchange and picked up the MCS from Gatco. It's a military carbide sharpener. It says it rapidly sharpens all tactical knives, lightweight, compact design, durable carbide bits, easy and fast. Not exactly sure, I guess it's a marketing ploy. It was the Base Exchange. Why, I don't know why I would point out to tactical knives. I mean, a knife is a knife is a knife when it comes to sharpening. I shouldn't say that. Some knife guy out there is going to correct me on that. Obviously there's a difference in angles and stuff like that, but I mean, you wouldn't sharpen like a kitchen knife a lot differently than a tactical knife when it comes to using something like this. So anyway, like I was saying, it has carbide bits on here. It works really well. The only bad thing, after sharpening a couple knives, this tip here actually came loose, so I had to take an Allen wrench and actually I had to go back to Base, buy an Allen wrench set, and then tighten it, which was kind of a pain. And Allen wrenches were surprisingly kind of expensive on Base. So, but that was one bad thing. It kind of sucked. I wish they'd have something that they'd lock in place a little bit better without coming loose. So, but anyway, I wanted to demonstrate. Here's one of the knives. Oops. Another one. I think this one here is probably the sharpest of the bunch, but it's not really saying a whole lot. That was cross grain. See, with the grain, not much better. This one here I think is probably about the worst. It's quite a bit of pulling action, and you see how rough it is. So as you see, these knives suck. So we're going to drag it. It says 3 to 4 times. Now these knives here have a lot of nicks in them. I mean, there's some pretty good blade damage done on these, so nothing is going to make these blades, or I should say no sharpener is going to make these blades perfect. It's going to take a little bit more work than that, but that there was 4 times through. I'll show you the difference. Much better. So we'll go ahead. And we got it 8 times. Much better. I'll do this one. Makes a huge difference. I mean, just 4 times through there. Big difference. This is, I mean, this is, I don't know if you can see it on the camera here, but this is really taking off some metal on here. And these knives here need it. They're really bad. These knives are so bad I can feel as I pull it through, it gets caught up on some of these grooves and dents that are in here. These knives here are really, I mean, being furnished in an apartment, they really went through some abuse. See that? Look at that. Oops. You remember how I had to pull it through before? Just 4 times through this thing. It's worked wonders. Let me put this one through a couple more times. This one here is in bad shape. Oh yeah, nice. So that is the MCS, the Military Carbide Sharpener from Gatco. I think it works extremely well, and of course, I mean, this is not going to put like a real fine edge on your cutlery or anything like that, but it's in a pinch, it works really well. And if you got some jacked up knives like these were, it'll at least get them back respectable. I think it puts a pretty good edge on them. I could run my finger along these edges with no problem, and now you can feel it's pretty good. It's got a good edge on it, sharp. If I put my finger on there, it would cut it. Whereas before, I could run my finger along there and my finger would go unscathed. The biggest danger in running my finger on there before was the grooves and nicks and everything else that were on there. So, but anyway, check this out if you're looking for a quick, easy knife sharpener. If you have any questions, let me know. Semper Fi.